basic grammar that we all have studied, okay, but then we need to brush up, okay, so that we get better information, and yes, we kind of warm up before the activities, before the game. All right, so this is a kind of a warm up. All right, so the topic for today is the sentence. First, just tell me, are you able to see what I have written on the board? Make sure you see, okay? Good? Okay. Now, I have written a group of words here. 8 am I years old. Children, is it making any sense to you? 8 am I years old. Can you understand this? Is it in a proper order? No, it is not. So, what do you think? Can we call this a sentence? I don't think so, because it is not making any sense, right? So it is not a sentence. Okay, so just recall what is a sentence. What is a sentence, children? A group of words or a set of words which make complete sense. Okay, and we need to remember, recall all the points regarding that. So what are those points? That first of all, a sentence is a set of words that makes complete sense. So we'll write it here. A set of words that makes complete sense, right? That is point number 1. Another point should be, it should start with a capital letter, right? So we'll write it here. Should begin with a capital letter. Okay, 2 points. First, a set of words that makes complete sense, and second, should begin with a capital letter, right? And what else? Are we missing on to something? Yes, of course. The third point is, it should be in a proper order. Yes, it should be in a proper order. Children, the example I gave you in the starting, the set of words that you could see on the board, was it in a proper order? 8 am I years old. Do you think that it's in a proper order? No, it is not, because it is not making any sense, because the words are jumbled up and they are not even arranged. Okay, so firstly, just take a look. If you want to note it down, note it down. And we have one more point. And what is that? It should end with a full stop. That is this. Right? So if all these 4 points are followed, we get a proper sentence, right? So here, children, are you able to understand this? Okay, tell me, I need to know this from you. Are you able to understand this? Whatever points we had studied? Yes? If yes, then you know what you have to do. If no, then just show me this. Okay, good, very good. So now, remember the sentence that I had written on the board? 8 years am I old. It is completely nonsensical. We don't understand what that means. So if we arrange it, what do we get? I am 8 years old. So let us just check whatever points we had studied. Let us just check with that and see if we have followed that. Okay, first point was that it should make proper sense. Okay, so I am 8 years old. Yes, it is making a complete sense to us. Another point was it should begin with a capital letter. Yes, it is beginning with capital letter, that is I. Okay, another point was it should be in a proper order. Yes, it is in a proper order. We know this, right? And the last point, it should end with a full stop. Just like this. Okay, children? So we can say that this is a sentence. Okay, children? I hope you have understood till here because you have already studied this in your previous class, but then we are polishing up the concepts. All right. So now we will take a look at some of its types. Okay. First of all, we have statements. Okay. We have the first type, and that is called statements. Okay, children. So statements, if you understand the word closely, it states something. It tells us about something. Okay, it gives you an idea of a thing. All right. So first of all, you also need to understand that these kind of sentences that we are calling statements ends with a full stop. Okay, very important. Yes, it should make a proper sense. It should begin with the capital letter and should end with a full stop. So yes, it states an idea and ends with a full stop. Okay, full stop, you understand? This is how we put a full stop. Okay? For example, the glass is the glass is empty. Okay, so this is what? It is a sentence, and a type of sentence. What kind of a type is this? It is a statement. Why? Because it is telling us about an idea. It is telling, it is describing, it is stating about something. Okay, and is also ending with a full stop. Okay, children, the glass is empty. Now moving on to the next type. Number 2, we have questions. Okay, questions. Are you able to hear me? Do you understand what I'm teaching? What are these kind of sentences? It's the type of question, right? Do you like the weather? Okay, so I know that you also know and you can differentiate between statement and questions, right? So children, in this kind of sentence, what do? These type of sentences ask questions, okay? These sentences ask questions and ends with, okay, I hope you all know these kind of statements, these kind of sentences, sorry, what do we put at the end of it? Do you like apples? What do we put at the end? A question mark. And how do we put it? It looks like this, isn't it? Okay, so this is the another type that we had studied. Okay, children, so I have given you many examples of such kind, but I will write it for you here. Example, do you like apples? Or it can be any other example, any other question, like if we can take the first example that we had taken in statement, in the first type, what was that? The glass is empty. So how can we change it in questions? Very simple. Is the glass empty? Okay. Is the glass empty? So children, this is the question type. Okay. Sentences that ask questions, they come under this category. Okay. You've studied it in your previous class, I know that, but then it is very important for you to revise it, right? So children, I hope you have understood whatever has been taught today. Just go through it, revise it once again, and just take care of yourself. And we are done for now. We'll meet you in the next session. Okay? Goodbye, children. Take care.